What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah. Today we're going to play our first game, take our first step dive all the way into the deep end of Majestic 13. So in this particular game, we're going to take a look at all the steps of setting up the board and everything else. That's something we probably won't do in future games, but at least in the first one we want to go through all the steps that the book lays out. So let's go take a look at the models, the tables, the scenario, the alien that we're going to be fighting, and let's get into this game of Majestic 13. What's up, friends? I don't know if y'all are ready to kill some aliens, but I'm ready to kill some aliens. In this first game, we're going to go through all the steps for setting up the board, the terrain, everything else. Moving forward beyond this, however, I'm probably, I will still roll for wilderness or geography, but I'm probably just going to start setting up boards the way that feels good for me and the story that I want to make in my head. But for this first one, we're going to go through the steps and show what they are. So the first step is to roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, you are in the wilderness. On a 4, 5, or 6, you are in an urban environment. Of course, my urban-based unit gets called out to the wilderness on their first mission. So I've got a 3x3 of this kind of high desert scrubland area set up. We are instructed to roll on this chart 4 times, once for each quarter of the table. I'm just going to roll 4 dice all at once. And we're going to get a bunch of rocks and or broken down structures. And this is what we've ended up with in this kind of burnt out kind of desert ghost town. We got some train tracks going through, a little rundown station, old beat up gas station, and then the remains of this former warehouse, which probably used to be a lot of jobs in the county that are just gone to piss now. And you know what's even worse is soon it's going to get invaded by aliens. First, we got to make a roll on some terrain tests to determine the type of terrain, whether it be normal, difficult, or dangerous. So I'm going to roll those out. It's on a 1 to 3, it's normal. On a 4 or 5, it's difficult. On a 6, it would be dangerous. And I will show y'all what that looks like. So almost everything rolled normal. The burnout warehouse is difficult. The bushes are difficult. And the big rock formation ended up... Nope. Never mind. That ended up being normal. All the rock formations except for this one, which was difficult. The rest of them ended up being normal, as was the gas station. We're going to figure out our enemy. So we're going to roll a d20. Got a 19. So that would be roll of 13 to 16, roll of 17 to 20. And then, so that's on this chart, this table. And then we roll a d6. We get a 5. The Benzith Nightbringer, and I love that it gives you the page number for the monster, is our Benzith Nightbringer. Ready to eat my face if it's able to. Last step before we can play is, of course, with any government agency, a little bit of bureaucracy. So this is a 2d20 roll. We get a 24, which is no event. Beautiful. I'm good with that for my first mission. That was not quite our last step. We've got a secondary objective. So 1d6 on this table. Getting a 6. Alien Tissue Collection. We will score this if over the course of the mission, any members of my team move into or onto each piece of terrain that the alien creature is occupying or had previously occupied. All members of my team receive an additional experience in addition to the normal 1 bonus for the secondary, if that one is completed. So that might be kind of tough. There's not an enormous amount of terrain on the table, as you can see. So, maybe doable. We'll try at least. We are all set up. Now, thanks to being dispersed, my faction, I can deploy anywhere I want on the table. Normally, it would be in my table half, enemy table half, but because I'm dispersed, I can deploy anywhere. And when I deploy at the start of the game, I am hidden. Now, in this situation, my alien, the Benzith Nightstalker, is, as the name implies, a stalker type model. So it is also going to be hidden and waiting in the shadows. So somebody's going to have to spot somebody before we can start ripping shots on this bad boy. And at that point, we're set up, we're ready to go. In the turn, the activation initiative is determined by the acuity of the model. The Nightstalker has me beat by a long shot with 25 or 26 acuity. So it's going to activate first. So we need to take a look at the AI and see what it's going to do. So if it starts in extremis, which it's not, and we'll talk about that more when we get to it, Nothing. So we're not going to ignore that one. It is not within 1 inch of an enemy. It is outside of 1 inch and not hidden, so we're already hidden. It starts its activation outside of 1, and it is hidden. So the AI step that matters for us right now is step 8, which means he's hidden, I'm hidden. He makes an acuity test, which he will auto-pass here, but to take the test is a d20, and then you add the applicable stat, which is acuity. He auto-passes, well, that's not true. If he had rolled a 1, it would have failed regardless. So it is important to roll because they could fail the roll. But anything other than a 1 on a d20, and he's going to pass because his acuity stat is 25. So that's what he's adding to the roll. Now, in this situation, because I'm also hidden, he will move to within 1 inch of me and then stop. Sorry. He will move to just outside of 1 inch of me and stay hidden. We'll go again at 15 because it goes at -10, its acuity. So it goes at 25, then it goes at 15. However, I'm going to get to do at least one thing before it, because I have Fenrir, my medic, who's not much of a shot, at the same thing. So he's going to move up and attack with surprise. As part of the action, I can make an acuity test to spot, so I have to make the test. So he's plus 16 here. Let's see what we get. 7 plus 16 is 23. I needed a 22 to spot him. So the alien is revealed, and then he will proceed with his attack. So I'm trying to beat his defense here, and I do not think that a 4 plus his combat of 8 is going to do it. Our Benzith Nightstalker is defense 20. Next we come to acuity 15, which is the monster, but it is also Alexander. Is also 15. And when it's a tie like that, I can choose which one is going to go first. And I'm going to choose for Alexander to go first. Alexander has a combat of 13. He's -2 for the heavy battle rifle. So he's got an 11 to add to this. 6 plus 11 is a 17. That is not going to hit. Then the alien will go. 15, we go to the Nightstalker, who has, because he was spotted since his last activation, has a special ability called Nightbringer, which is probably going to wreck me because it's dex based, and my crew has tremendously low dex. So everybody within 12 must succeed on a dex check target number 19 or suffer 1d6 damage and be blinded. Only going to be everybody in that range. So we'll start with DJ. 10 plus dex 13, he's good. Then we'll go Maui. 13 plus dex 13, he's good. Oh, yeah. Fenrir, dex 10 plus 10, good. Alexander, you're slow, bro. 19 plus 7 is successful. And then we got Ghost with dex 14. Ooh, Deck. He is going to take 1d6 damage and be blinded. 3 damage and blind. Stalker then becomes hidden. Technically, what just happened right there would have been a bonus activation for the Nightbringer, because if they are revealed from hidden, they then get a bonus action when that character completes. So that would have been a bonus activation. Now they go again at 15. And after this time, that's the last time they can go. They can only activate 3 times in a round, or in a turn. So it gets to go one more time. Let me sort out what it does. The Stalker is hidden outside of 1 inch. It will move to the closest and attack with surprise. That's going to be, closest reveal is going to be Ghost, who is also blind, which means it's going to get another bonus against it. And then it has to make a combat check. It's got a real good chance of hitting. Oh, but it doesn't, because it's combat 21. Rolls a 5. I'm defense 30 all the way down. Outstanding. So it doesn't hit me. That's good. And then it's just me. I get to do stuff. James here's got a dex of 13. He's not going to move quite that far. He's just going to move to here and then take shots. He is combat 15, so he's got a pretty good go here. Let's see what he rolls. 14 plus 15 is going to beat their defense of 20. So we're finally going to get to do some damage to this thing. So my rifle does 3d6 plus 1 for my combat bonus. That is a horrible roll. So we're going to do 5 damage to the alien. Maui, who will stay put, take a shot from hidden, which means he'll have surprise. So he crits on a 19 or a 20. He gets a 5. And has combat 16, though. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, because he's -4 because of the weapon. So he has combat 12, so that's a 17. So that will not hit. Come to Ghost, who gets to try to clear a condition. So blindness is a dexterity check. 12 plus my dex of 14 is enough to clear my blind condition, because I was target number 20 on that. So then I'm going to step away to here and shoot there. Alien would have cover, so I have to roll 2 dice and take the lowest. So 9. Oh, and he's only combat 7. So yep, that's a miss. And then we go to turn 2, where our alien friend is going to activate first. It is not hidden, not within an inch, and doesn't have an ability explicitly to become hidden. It has night vision or Nightbringer, but that's only specifically if it was spotted. And it wasn't spotted during its last activation. It became revealed when it itself chose to attack. So it will go to the nearest, which is going to be boss over here, and will attack. It can, yeah. Combat test. 10 plus their combat. I think that's probably a hit. Combat 21 will hit. So those dark claws are going to deal 2d6 damage, and then I may have to take a dexterity test. So 2d6. 3. At least the alien rolled poor damage as well. And then I have to take a dexterity test. At target number 20. All enemies within. Oh, never mind. Yes, dex. Me, dex, 19. 15. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely passing that. So I'm not blind. DJ is not blind. That's a good thing. Next, we drop down to 16, where Fenrir can go. For a second, because I forgot something. At the start of turn 2, before the alien would have gone, technically, we have to roll on the foobar chart. So we roll a d20, and we add the turn number. So it's currently turn 2. So we roll a d6. So I got a 2 plus 2. I forgot to do this on turn 1. I apologize for that. Turn 2, and if it is 6 or more, then we roll. So it's not 6 or more. Let's see, on the first turn, it would not have mattered. I would have rolled a 1, we'll say. So we didn't miss anything, and I will remember to do it from here on out. Monster Alien is good to go with what he's doing. It's down to Fenrir, who is going to 10 inches. He will move on to this, and we are going to try to take the shot again. He doesn't have a great combat, but we're just going to try. Oh, that's going to hit. Even with his low combat of 8, that's going to hit. He's got an assault rifle, so 2d6. 4 damage. Stress how frustrating those low rolls are. The alien has over 100 health points. So we really need some better rolls over the course of 5 turns that the game will last. That was Fenrir at 16. I can go with Alexander at 15 before the alien. So Alexander will move to here for the sake of gathering alien tissue, and then he will shoot at the alien. 2 is definitely going to miss. The Stalker starts within an inch of me at 15, so he will attack DJ. And 18 plus 21, that's going to hit. 2d6. Oh my goodness, 10 damage. Now he can hit me for sure. And I got to pass a dexterity test. 5 plus dex. 13, 18. I do not pass it. So I'm trying to clear his blindness, which he does not do. He needed a 20 there. Having failed to remove that condition, we're going to move away. We got a 13-inch movement here. So we're going to come get over here out of line of sight. And then we're going to try to call for aid. I don't need to be able to see him to do that. I'm not flying the drones. Turn 2, so I need at least a 4 up. I need a 4 up here to call aid. We roll a d6, and then we add the current turn. We got a 6 plus 2 is 8. That is more. We're calling in a drone strike on this dude. So that's combat plus 21. It's going to... I'm not even going to say it out loud. As long as I didn't roll a 1 right there, it was going to hit. This is 5d6 plus 4 damage. Let's go. Be good. Oh, that's pretty good. 6, 10, 15, 18, 21 damage. That's a good hit. Next up, we got Maui, who's going to take his shot. 13 plus 12 is more than 20. So we're going to hit. This is 4d6 plus 1 maybe? Yes, 4d6 plus 1. Floor dice don't count. 5, 10, 11, 12 damage. I'll take it. Quick correction over here to the damage that Jameson took, because I'm -1 damage for my body armor for my advantage, and I'm -1 damage from my reinforced dermal layering. So that's 11 damage on him, not 13. Last up for me is Ghost. He's just going to peek around, and he's going to try his best to take a shot at +5 combat. Nope, he misses. Okay, that's everybody. We'll go to turn 3. Roll. No foobar, because that's a 1 plus the turn, which is 3, is not greater than 6. Right now, the alien is exposed and not within an inch, and it doesn't have an ability to make itself hidden right now. So it will go at the one that it can see the most clearly. So we'll re-roll a 5 or a 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. It will go towards Alexander and take us around to there, swinging them dark claws. That's gonna hit. Not a crit though, because it's not a surprise, because he was not hidden. But definitely a hit on 2d6. That is 5 damage, -2, so 3 damage. Have to make a dexterity check or be blinded. 8 plus 7, I am blinded. Here is going to move, and then med kit, or nope, it just does it. So d6 plus 4. That'll heal him back up. In rear, the alien will go again, so it will continue to try to rip into Alexander. Alexander is blind. He will use his final... Oh, wait, never mind. Hold on. Because Alexander and the alien are both at 15, I can choose to have Alexander go first, and I will, so that he can try to clear that condition. Come on, buddy. You got this. 11 plus 7, I think is his dex. Dexterity 7, so that's an 18. That will not clear the condition. So he's just going to try to move away best he can. Stumble away. Difficult terrain and everything, he gets to right there. Then the monster will go, and it will use Final Vision. On the table. 11 is going to hit. So that's going to be 46. So that's going to be 46 damage plus 2. Yep, plus 2. So 8, 10, 13. Minus 2 is 11. Fortitude test. Now this I feel pretty good about. Nope. Never mind. I rolled a 1. That is a fail. So I am now stunned, and as long as I'm stunned, I cannot remove the blind. Womp, womp, womp. Then go to DJ, who will try to remove his blind. He does, so he can see again now. And he's going to try to position himself where he can get a shot. Right here, where he will take a shot. 10 plus combat 15 hits. Plus combat 13 still hits. So 3d6 and plus 1 damage. Something good. 5, 9, plus 1, so 10 damage. Maui, we'll see if he can hit. Oh, he crits. This could be good. This could be real good. An explosive launcher, which is 46, and on a crit, this is double damage. Ooh, let's go. He's 46 plus 1. So he's got, oh, that's a good roll. 10, 16, 17, plus 1, 18, and then doubles it to 36 damage, which should put the alien into in extremis. We'll move out his 14 and try his best to take a shot. That is a miss, unfortunately. That will end turn 3, bringing us to turn 4. We'll do a foobar check. We find a dice to roll with. 2 plus turn 4 is 6. And there can only ever be one foobar in the game. So let's see what we get. 14. Sudden consult the chart. Storm. Models have a maximum line of sight of 12 inches and cannot see models that are more than 12 inches away. The alien will activate first. In extremis, which means that as soon as it activates, it takes 2d6 damage. And it takes 11. That's pretty good. It has 1 health left. On boxcars, it would have killed itself. And then it has an extra action that it can take, this activation. So first activation, it will move towards the enemy with the most damage. Now, Alexander and DJ are currently tied for that title. So on an even, it'll go after Lieutenant DJ. Odd, so it's going to come just wrap around with its massive amount of movement onto Alexander, who is blinded. So, that's my dice, but whatever. 3 plus its combat of 21 misses. It does not hit. That is fortunate for me. And then it gets a second activation, where since it's already within range, it will swing at me. And technically it has another attack there because it makes 2 attacks with its claws. Second one then does hit for 2d6. That is 3 minus 2 down to 1 damage off of that. Okay. And then I gotta take I'm already blind. So I can't be double blind. It will then utilize it'll do final vision again because it didn't do it on its last activation, and there's a blind model within 12. So combat check. 3 is gonna miss. Whew. Awesome. And then it comes to me with Fenrir, who's going to move over just a little bit. Get it right there. And we're going to throw a heal on Alexander for 6. We'll then go again, and as soon as it activates, In Extremis will kill it. So let's go to post-game. Fortunately, I didn't have anybody die, so I don't have to deal with the injury, death, or cloning stuff. So that brings us to advancement for XP gains. So let's see. Everybody gets 1. Check. Everybody not put out of action gets 1. So that's 2 for everybody. Everybody gets 1 if you complete the secondary. And the secondary that I did gave me an extra 1 beyond that. So that puts me at 4. I did not kill the enemies by round 3, and nobody was put out of action, so that's 1 more, so that will put me at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, it'll put me at 5 XP. You can spend 3 XP to bump a skill up, a stat up by 1, which everybody's going to do at this point. Everybody gets a stat bump. DJ is going to take a bump to his acuity, taking him to 14. Maui's going to take a bump to his fortitude, taking him to 9. Fenrir will take a bump to his combat, as will Ghost. And Alexander will take a bump to his dexterity. I'm not interested really in requisition in a year. However, I am going to try to requisition an upgrade. We're going to try to requisition an advanced research station. So I am +1 to this roll on this chart. And we need a 5-up. When rolling for our upgrade. Now, because I'm an outsider, because I'm dispersed, I have to roll 2 dice and take the lowest. So the lowest is 1 +1, so I will not get my base requisition. That's okay. I'm going to leave that requisition in. I have a better chance of getting it next game. Well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out while we worked our way through this first game of Majestic 13. Hope to see you next time we play some Majestic 13. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day today. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server, talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.